Imagine you were dying, just when you thought it couldn't get worse. You looked up and saw the face of the devil himself. Trust me, I'm the doctor.
You're called the Doctor?
Yes, I am.
That's not a name. It's a psychological condition. The doctor doesn't help people.
The man who makes people better.
Not anyone, not ever.
Doctor, I am frightened.
I know my real name. That is not the point. The name I chose is the Doctor. The name you choose, it's like a promise you make.
You save everyone, you always do. That's what you do.
Always.
Then what is the point of you?
Most times I can save someone, or anyone. But not you. Your death is fixed in time forever.
He's the one who broke the promise.
What I did without choice. In the name of peace and sanity.
I'm not part of the war. I swear to you, I never was.
Because you are the good man, as you call yourself. You are a part of this Doctor, whether you like it or not.
Tell yourself it's justified, that what I did that day was wrong.
Fear me. I've killed hundreds of Time Lords.
Fear me. I'll kill all of them.
I never know where the faces come from. They just pop up.
Gotta be my pal. Tell me. Am I a good man?
I don't know. You must not look.
Welcome to our Doctor Who from a Biblical Worldview course. Today we're going to be talking about the first questions, the Doctor's introductory worldview from three doctors, Doctor Who, Jekyll, and Frankenstein. What do they have to say about God, people, society, and ourselves? What is a worldview anyway? Why should it matter? Doctor Who? Jeff Baldwin wrote in The Deadliest Monster, there are really only two basic worldviews. One is a worldview that recognizes that man was created, fell into sin. In his sin, he is constantly at war with himself, pulled on one side to try to be good, but ultimately defeated by evil. We live our lives moving further and further from the God who has created us because of our sin. We have no hope, and we will die in despair unless the same God that we sinned against and have hated redeems us. And then there's another worldview, the one that's represented by people who believe they're born good, and they believe there's no need for redemption. And despite wanting to do what is right, they think that everyone and everything is against them. They feel that eventually we do wrong because we have been wronged. They feel that we cannot be held responsible, and it is the world's fault, not our own. So, which one of these two views, these two camps, is based on the Bible, the biblical worldview? There are basically only two choices. One is the biblical worldview, and the other one is the view of everything else. According to the Truth Project, what is a worldview? We're playing Doctor Who and the Frankenstein-like creature Morbius. And we have three questions where we can think about worldview with three questions. Assuming a biblical worldview, because in this class, most or if not all of us have a biblical worldview, even though we might not have thought about it. How do we define it? Simply a worldview is a view of the world based closely on the Bible. And Got Questions Ministries claim that there are three questions that we can ask to define a biblical worldview. Where do we come from, and why are we here? What is wrong with the world, and how can we fix it? We ask these three questions about books we read and movies that we watch. We can help ourselves think about worldview and define it. Our primary biblical worldview source book in this class is the Bible. The biblical worldview is essentially based on reconciliation between God and man. Ronald Nash in Worldviews in Conflict wrote, that worldview is our predilection to answer questions about life a certain way, questions about God, humanity, metaphysics, epistemology, and ethics. We're going to be talking in this class about God, humanity, metaphysics, epistemology, ethics. And we're going to learn more about the biblical worldview in all those areas. Questioning the monsters. Monsters figure very prominently in both Doctor Who and the books Frankenstein and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. In The Deadliest Monster, Baldwin writes that when the monster is born, he is pure and innocent. He can't understand why men have governments, because he can't imagine why anyone would do anything immoral or illegal. Unfortunately, society does not treat the monster well. They shun him because he is ugly. Even when he responds in love, they mistreat him. Finally, his environment twists his good impulses. He responds in rage. He excuses his actions by pointing out, "Am I to be thought the only criminal when all mankind sinned against me?" The story of Dr. Jekyll is just the opposite. Though Jekyll is born into an environment that should be perfectly conducive to good behavior, he still has a tendency to choose to do wrong. Man cannot be both like the monster of Frankenstein and like Jekyll and Hyde. Which one is he? And indeed, which one is Doctor Who? And as you see in the picture there, this is from the very first Doctor, played in 1963, and you see the TARDIS there. And there is a monster which, this is the cliffhanger, so I won't give the spoiler and tell you what that is. So man, what's the problem anyway? Is man basically good, like the tale of Dr. Frankenstein, or is the Christian view true? Is man hopelessly sinful and in need of a savior? Baldwin states that Christians, if they are at all consistent with their faith, should demand loudly that man is like Jekyll and Hyde. They recognize, as Socrates did, that the ruling power in us, men, drives a pair of horses, and one of these horses is fine and good and of noble stock, the other the opposite in every way. So in our case, the task of the charioteer is necessarily a difficult and unpleasant business. The story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is uncannily like the biblical description of unremembered man. So, Doctor Who said, the first Doctor, go forward in all your beliefs. The first question, the question which must never be answered, hidden in plain sight, the question you've been running from all your life. What is this enigmatic question? Doctor Who? Is Doctor Who Jekyll or Frankenstein? How does Doctor Who answer important worldview questions? When you read and watch movies and television, watch with discernment. Keep questioning the doctors, think critically, and always ask, what is the story telling us? Truth or error? Proverbs 23:7 says, for as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. So choose wisely.
One day I shall come back. Yes, I shall come back. Until then, there must be no regrets, no tears, no anxieties. Just go forward in all your beliefs and prove to me that I am not mistaken in mine.